So as we discussed in my earlier video about Mr. Tate, Mr. Bugatti, Mr. Bugatti, Mr. Bugatti, or I will not. I don't know how the way he talks really fast. It's very interesting. It's so interesting that somebody proclaims himself to be the top G. The top G talks in this I can't explain it. It's just not, it's not manly the way he talks. I know that he's a fighter. And look, he might be a champion. Honestly, I want to actually see him fight like a YouTuber. Just because I especially would look forward to a Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate fight. Not because I care for either of them, but because I just want to see them both get hurt. Because they both suck. They're both like the example of what is wrong with the whole thing, that is what is wrong with the concept of this is what toxic masculinity is. If there ever was a definition of what it is, it's these people. This is the thing. And I like to look at masculinity this way. There is the masculine, like I said, there's masculine men like this who have this kind of fake persona where they attach everything to materialism. But they have to but anytime I feel like people bring up materialism, it means that they are actually insecure about something. They're compensating for something. And it's very strange for somebody who's that rich to be compensating for something. But Andrew Tate clearly plays a character. I know that a lot of people say he's joking when he says a lot of this stuff. And fair enough, he might be kidding. He might be just trolling. That might be the part of his character, but it doesn't matter. The effects of somebody so influential, the fact that people listen to him, a lot of men are following him. He's like the Tyler Durden from Fight Club. This is why I bring him up a lot of videos, and why we have to understand the dangers of this, the dangers of the red pill, and the dangers of ideologies that manipulate weak men into not being weak, but being evil, essentially. Like this is a trick. It's like, honestly, to me, this is like some kind of devil trick. This is some satanic thing. This red pill is like a way, an ideology that propagates degeneracy. It's the weird thing about it is it says that it's against the degeneracy. It has there's a double standard that I realized with it. And the reason and I realized why I get conflicted with it is because it is feminism. It is basically the same type of degeneracy that feminism propagates. Just flip the coin and have men promoting. It promotes promiscuity. It doesn't hate on promiscuity. You can watch any of these guys' videos. They're always promoting promiscuity. Tell me one thing where they're not promoting it. They're subconsciously promoting promiscuous behavior, and they're again propagating that. But anyway, that's another video for another day. Anyway, the concept of alpha males and the whole thing, why it is so cringe to anyone who is not in the red pill space. When you leave the red pill space and you kind of grow above it, because the red pill space is something for children. It's a boy's way of thinking. It is not some enlightening, this is not some enlightening philosophy. It's existed before, I believe. It is when resentment combined with suffering of men, when we don't have the connections that we have, it is a coping mechanism. I really want people to understand that this is simply an unhealthy coping mechanism. And the alpha male space, the idea of being an alpha male, is also a coping mechanism. Because the more you think about it, if you consider yourself an alpha, you are extremely beta, because you're following all these people that are so-called alpha. You're trying to be like them instead of being the best version of yourself. Instead of putting out your ideas, you're putting out somebody else's ideas. Instead of being being the hero on your own journey, being the hero of your own life and being in control of your life, you're letting somebody else dictate who you are, who you should be. And that's why I'm critical of these people. It's because they have one thing that's right, and then 90% of what they're saying is completely actually the opposite of what you want as a man. You want to have humility. The people who I would meet who are actually alpha, or would even identify, they wouldn't even call themselves that, because calling yourself an alpha is like, it shows pride. You know what I mean? It shows pride. And these guys who I actually look up to, like Elliot Holtz, like I guess maybe he does call himself but the way he talks, it has this wisdom. These guys that have wisdom are alphas. These guys who have just like control of their lives, like they have children. These people have families. I look up to a person who has a family and a stable household and isn't partying and drinking all the time as really what is alpha, because that is really what men want. I believe that. Men are never going to find satisfaction in the, sorry, the stupid turnoff. I always forget that there's the road actually, like the road closes. So yeah, that's why I said shit. But anyway, so yeah, you know, the alpha males are these guys that, you know, you see them at the gym. They're very buff. They're very strong, but they don't have, while they don't respect people that are like below them as much, like they are the type of people that will guide you like a father. I can't explain it. They're these men who you just know that they know what they're talking about. They believe in themselves, but they have humility. All that stuff that men want, they have. They have the family, they have the wonderful wife, and they have no issues keeping that wife, because they stay masculine and grounded and in control of their ego, and they have sense of humor. They have a feminine side as well. The hostility exists in this red pill space is that there's a complete hostility towards the feminine side. So these men have balance in their lives. They have figured out a way to be an actual man. They are men. These are the men that we are actually striving to be. I believe these are the men that are past that. They're past all that resentful shit. They've complete control of their mind. They're calm. They're calm as day. They don't even give it a thought. They don't even think about any of this stuff. They're not like, oh my God, 6', you know, like the dating game is messed up. I really don't think that they're even participating in that conversation. You won't see a real alpha male in the red pill space. You would never even see them here, because they would be like, this is a bunch of children. Why would they be here? They're men. They're grown men. They're working. They're too busy working and providing for their family and some of them are wealthy. Don't get me wrong. Some of these guys are wealthy. Some of them are real estate brokers and business executives. And these are the top 1% guys. These are the guys that everybody, you know, kind of looks up to in society. These people run society. These are, you know when you've met one. Now, not all of them are nice people. Some of them are, you know, lean towards that side, but you just notice, like, people like not Mr. Beast, but How To Beast, like you can just tell, man, like there's this energy coming from these guys. It's like they're genuinely hardworking people, and they're so dedicated to figuring out, to explaining things to men, and they don't get listened, and they're not as popular. And that makes sense, because because all these red pill YouTubers really want you to continue. For the most part, a lot of it is entertainment. A lot of it is entertainment based. And you know, that's fine. Honestly, I'm not like mad about the red pill space, but I want people to understand the difference between like really what a man is like. And that's also my definition. That's why I look at it. I think we need to have more men like this. We need to have men that work hard and don't complain about it, don't have any ill will towards women, like have a grown attitude, have a good attitude about life. We need to bring back that, because that's the problem. I think the real issue is the fact that the growing resentment is not going to be good for anyone. the negativity that is affecting men today isn't going to help people overcome the societal impact of the fact that men, we need to support each other. I started a group on Meetup about self-improvement, and we're going to be talking about stuff like this, talking about overcoming our demons, overcoming ourselves, overcoming our ego, overcoming materialism, overcoming fear of rejection, and becoming real men, and not trying to be I think people should pursue wealth, but just pursuing it with good intention. I think it's great. If you want to become a millionaire or billionaire, that is wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a good wife and have her, stay loyal and do whatever you have to do to provide for your family. That is my opinion about that. But I want us to abandon degeneracy. I want us to stop thinking about hookup culture as if it's this fantastic thing, as if getting laid is the only thing that matters, as if pussy is the only thing that matters. That's where we need to grow. That's the difference between boys and men in my book. So that's really where we're gonna get past it. We need to get past this red pill rage, grow out of the red pill rage. I mean, this can go for anyone. This is not an age thing. This isn't like relative to people who are younger. This red pill thing can affect older men as well, specifically with divorces. We want to figure out how to manage the bitterness, how to manage those angry emotions, the masculine emotions, the resentful emotions, how to use that to better ourselves and be productive and overcome the negativity that's going to hit you anytime something happens with women or anything in life, really. By the way, the group is free and I have no interest in anyone paying me. I seek to create something more important than money, connection with other men, connection with masculinity and positive masculinity, because real masculinity, the divine type of masculinity, and no pride, no resentment, none of these negative emotions. It's not important. I'm not here to put myself above anyone. I'm here to put men above themselves and their ego. So that's the mission of this channel. And yeah.